Number one, do you know of any good artificial AI crypto traders? Are you familiar with any of them? Are they all bullshit? Or
So I'm familiar with the concept. I haven't done analysis of them. It's an area of crypto that I haven't got into yet. So my journey's been understanding the wallet, getting the crypto. I do things at quite a slow space, but you do know someone quite well, or fairly well, who actually builds them. So Win Win Mike, he actually builds bots, and he had a bot last year that had a very good success rate, and he's been building a new bot for the bear market. He hasn't released it for the public yet, but his friends and family are testing it out. It has about a 8% return. I don't know if that was per day or per trade or whatever it was, but for him, he's got quite high standards, so he's like he wants to get it even better before he like releases it. But yeah, so there are options. There's Win Win Mike. You can talk to him. Um, and yeah, he did send me a link for the website, and then you have other built-in bots for other platforms. So there are things like I think it's called Pionex, and Pionex is like it kind of it's kind of like a brokerage. So it's like for example, people who are in the United States, you can't use the main Binance as Binance Global, and then there's Binance US.
right?
And you can't use Binance Global because of US regulations. Well, with Binex, they're like a brokerage, and they can kind of get liquidity from Binance and also another exchange as well. So that's kind of like a workaround to get access to more cryptos. And
Gotcha.
with Pionex, they do have a bot. Qcoin as an exchange, they have a built-in bot as well. So those are like the platforms that I know have bots. But in terms of
Okay.
using the bots and how reliable the bots are, I couldn't say. There is I've seen people talk about bots, and there's different type of bots for different type of market conditions. So some bots will work better than others depending on what the market is doing. If it's a sideways market going up and down, but like in a range, then some bots are better at that, and then other bots are better when the market's going up and going down, more volatile. But yeah, it was definitely a conversation that we could have with Mike. In fact, you know what? I think it's worth scheduling that as some sort of room on Clubhouse or something. So I'll see if I can get Win Win Mike to chat to us about trading bots. But yeah, that's as much as I can tell you on that one.
No, that's great. I appreciate that. I definitely want to look for something that's reliable. It doesn't have to be the highest ROI. Something that's consistent. I'll tell you what. Just a kind of little out for what I'm planning on doing is,
Okay, just to let you know,
so
these are recorded. So just so
yeah.
you know. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
recorded.
yeah.
Never mind. I'll tell you privately here when
Yeah,
we
yeah,
chat.
that's fine. I just
But
thought
no,
I'd give
no,
you that
that's great.
warning.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I got to tell you, I really appreciate what you're doing. You're very knowledgeable in the crypto space. There's no question about it. And no, I love what you're doing. Um, so we're just kind of curious. I haven't really been paying too much attention to what you're doing. I just been so busy. I'm not paying attention to anything except for what
Yeah.
I'm doing. So what is your goal as a community? I mean,
Yep.
obviously, crypto education is a big part of that. Well, what are some of your other goals?
Yep. Yeah, yeah. I'll take you through. I'll take you through the orientation because you haven't attended those yet. So the main. I mean, this whole journey, I didn't. Maybe like some other people, I didn't get into Gary Club thinking I'm going to have a coin. I didn't get into crypto thinking I'm going to have a coin. It just kind of happened. So I'm just kind of making it up as I go. But the general thing that I would desire is that I want a space where it would be the kind of thing that I would have wanted when I started out. So I've done some different courses, and usually they have a cohort of people, and we're in the course together for like a 6 week period. And I've done that a few times now on different courses to do with crypto and blockchain. And then after the course is done, the energy just goes away. Like people stop using the communication platforms. So it's like, okay, I've tried to keep in contact with people and be like, hey, we're learning stuff. This is all through 2020, 2021, 2022. And it's like, we're going on a journey together. We're all new. Let's stay in contact. Well, that never happens. And I always felt, this is why I liked Gary Club, because I got, as you've seen, I've been very involved because I've been looking for a community of people where it's like, okay, we're learning together. We're going on the journey. We're co-learning. We're sharing what we find. We're sharing what we learn because none of us are going to be experts in everything. Like I can only specialize in what I can find out, and there's so many avenues and rabbit holes that we could all go down. and we could all know really well, but other people might not know the other pieces of the puzzle, so we can all come together. So that's the main premise: is co-learning together, long term. Whether you stay with us for a year, 2 years, or if you stay with us for the rest of your crypto journey, we'll go on that journey together, and also to be done in a pace that is good and easy for newbies and curious people. So that's one side of it. And then the pitch, the thing that I have to practice to say to people is a community for crypto curious and newbies. And I give you the easy pill. Basically want to make it easy for newbies to understand, because it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be scary. But yeah, that is the long version of what this generally is.
Okay.
Cool.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Here's something I'll throw at you. It's just kind of it's something that I thought about before. But one of the goals in our community is to have people like yourself who educate, maybe come in, and maybe pay them to do so. Maybe is that something you might be open to doing? Maybe giving like little orientations on crypto or something, or
yeah. So we can talk more about it. There is a level of utility that I am offering for coin creators and their communities. So I know you've been really busy, so you've not really been around, but there is a level that I don't have in my. There's a section of the server called the community blueprint. So that's the utilities. So the community blueprint, which will evolve as the community evolves, and what do we offer and stuff. But yeah, there is those levels are like for the individual.
For sure.
Yeah, those levels are for like the individuals, so the individual person. But for a coin curator and to serve your community as a whole, there are levels that I will provide. And that will basically be like what you're describing. Like, okay, well, if you're onboarding lots of people, do we need to give them like once a month or twice a month an induction on Discord? Do we need to give them once a month, twice a month an induction on wallets and the basics of crypto and all that stuff? So yeah, we can talk about that. How are you finding it so far? I will go to Dr. Power in a second, but how are you finding it so far, Will? Is your growth, are you getting a lot of people that are newbies that like you see they need some basics?
I think most people that are in there have the basics down already. So, but my target market is going to be people that have probably never been in the crypto space, because of the goals of our community are a little different. It is a Web3 community. And of course, we've got the Shinecoin for our ecosystem, but the community is really going to be more about, it's going to be a lot of Web2 stuff, a lot of entertainment. We want just our community to be a place that's fun. So the Web3 is not going to be a big component. That's what you're doing. But of course, there'll be some education that'll be needed for people that have never ever had crypto before. Because if we give them some coin, they'll have to know how to set up their wallet and the social connector, all that other good stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I imagine a lot of it will be in real life situations for you as well. Obviously, like you said, if there is Web 2 or Web3 or real life or whatever, it's like the token is going to power things behind the scenes. But you'll probably have to, you'll be on the road a lot. You'll probably have to have people install the wallet on the phone while they're with you, and then you'll just like send them the coin in their hand while they're there, which is the best thing to do, because a lot of people are going to be resistant to getting onto Discord at all. And obviously if they're resistant to get onto Discord, then we'll just have to use Zoom and just like, here's a big Zoom class with like 100 people or whatever. So we'll work things out depending on the demographic and what's the best way of getting them onboarded. But let's have a little one-to-one chat about that, and we can ideate on what that might look like.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
I appreciate you, brother. I'm
going
to step down into the audience so Dr. Power can do his thing.
No worries. Appreciate you too. Thank you, Will. And yep, good luck on that final hour.
Thank you. Hi, Will and Samuel and Fossi. Glad that I'm here at least to ask a quick question and move on.
Yeah.
Just when you said, let me ask Dr. Power, came in like 2 phone calls. And I said, wait. I hope you didn't ask for me, so I'm ready. I've heard and I got Dr. Power Ethereum ETH as a name. And I was wondering, there's an option to have Dr. Power .sol, like a Ethereum name server services,
oh, yeah.
Similar in Solana. And what would be the best? What's that link that we can go and what would be the best one to do it?
Yeah. So every blockchain has I don't know if every blockchain, but a lot of blockchains are getting these as well. So what happens is like a project, a protocol will develop a project that will be able to give people URLs, the .eth, the .sol. So there is one on Solana. I think they're called like Bonfeeder. I would have to look it up.
That's the one that I found.
Yeah.
It was weird because they were asking for another token of them, so I really was not sure how to make it happen or doing it. So I just said I'm gonna ask Fuzzy, and then you came out with the weekly ask me anything. I said this is my time to ask, so
Yeah.
that's
No,
why I asked you.
no, that's great. No, that's what every day on a Thursday, every week on a Thursday, the same time. This is the Ask Me Anything session. So yeah, bring any question, and if it's something I don't know, I'll be honest. But then I'll look it up because then I'll know. So yeah, Bonfeed is the only one that I've been made aware of, but I've not been looking for them. So I have some domain names from Unstoppable Domains, but they're Ethereum domains, so they're like .crypto or they're like .dao or they're like something else. I can't remember now, like .x or something. So I've got those. I haven't even minted them yet, but I've got them on the account. So I've used Unstoppable Domains, and that was very easy and simple. But Bonfeeder is the only one that I've heard of. And yeah, I mean, a lot of projects do have their own token. So I would probably look up the token on CoinGecko and then just like look into it. Maybe you have to buy the token to pay for the service, perhaps. But yeah, that's it as far as I know.
Yeah, but it was not easy where to buy it because they have like I don't know, 40 feet or something like that, and then you need to pay for that. But I said, how do I pay for it? And I was really curious if there was other services, but if that's what it is, then I will look forward to see how I can make it happen and reserve that. I just wanted to make it available for me. That's it. The power that's all.
Yeah. Well, I would have to look into it. So I'm just going to have a look at CoinGecko now, just to see what Bonfeeder says. So it's if it comes up, I don't know if it will do. If it even the right spelling. Oh, there it is, Bonfeeder. Yep, so I was right. Bonfeeder. So 53 cents. The token is called Feeder, FIDA. And the markets, so on CoinGecko there's always a markets tab, and you click the markets tab. This is on the recording, by the way, so if you can't see my screen, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm doing a screen recording of my phone. So they sell Bonfeeder token on Binance, and they sell it on Kraken, and they sell it on FTX. So you can get it, and all of those exchanges are major exchanges with good reputations. So yeah, we'll have a look into it, and we'll see if there's any other options as well. But yeah, you can buy the token from those three exchanges: Kraken, Binance, and FTX, and you pay in USDT.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a good one. However, I don't. Kraken, I tried to link my bank account, and it was really tough. It was not easy. They didn't allow me to do it, so I don't know if then I need to move to another exchange like Binance or something like that, just to have other option other than Coinbase. I'm really looking for that second option.
Yeah. So my general personal opinion. My personal opinion is always better to have a few exchanges handy, and I'm not a fan of Coinbase. I've got a Coinbase account when I first joined in the space, but I've never used it other than when they do like learn about a crypto and we give you some for free. I've done that, but I've never used them to buy anything because of all the stuff I'm hearing from people in our community, in the draft community, that say, oh, this delay for that and that delay for this, and also just their general practices are like, they give information to ICE and they do all sorts of stuff that I just don't agree with. So I'm never going to use them, and I recommend to people because they are just very expensive for fees. So having multiple exchanges is not a bad idea, and yeah, all the ones I just mentioned, you could get accounts with them and just give them a go and see how you do.
I'll try some of the others. Cracking up, absolutely, they didn't allow me to do it, so I'll try others, and then I'll let you know what was my success on the others. You said KeyCoin and Binance, right? Those are two other options that I could try.
FTX, FT. So this is
Oh, FTX
yeah.
and Binance.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So these will be the FTX Global and the Binance Global. So I don't know what happens in Puerto Rico because of being a US territory, but for the Americans on the US, on the mainland, they cannot use normal FTX and normal Binance. They have to use FTX.US and then Binance.US. So looking at CoinGecko, it just I think it's just the global version, so it's the normal. So I don't know, you have to try it out. All I would say to you is that if you do want to get a new exchange, you can get savings on your trading fees. So I've got some referral links, they're in my bio on my Discord. If you click my face, you'll see a link. There's a link tree, and I've got their links for these different exchanges that we're talking about, and you can save anywhere between 5 to up to 15-20% on the trading fees depending on the exchange. But if you go on my profile here on Discord, I'll share it in the main general chat as well, but I have a link tree with a referral link, so you can save on the trading fee, because they all add up. After you do like lots of trading, it soon costs you a lot. So but yeah, that's all I could say on
I
that.
saw the link here, so I'll get with your link. So thank you very much. Okay, Fosse.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I need to be moving out, but thank you for answering my question. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome. Come back anytime. Feel free to ask questions anytime you want, and we'll answer them here on the weekly session. So thank you for your time. So we'll put Dr. Power back down. Welcome to Brian Eubanks, and hello to Samuel, and hello Young Lead. If either one of you or any of you want to come up and ask any questions about any matters at all, no matter how small, it can be about blockchain, Web3, crypto, NFTs, could be about me, could be about the server, could be about anything. If you have any questions, feel free to put your hand up. I'll bring you up. And if you don't, then we'll call it to a draw. Cool. So no hands up. I'll chuck out some invites just in case. So we've got Young Lead, I don't know how you pronounce your name, and we've got Brian Eubanks. If you do want to come up and ask any questions, you can accept your invitation. And if you don't, then we'll say goodbye. I'll give you a few moments to respond if you want to. Hello, Brian. How are you doing today? You're muted.
Sorry about that. I only got a couple of seconds. It's 1:20 here on the East Coast. I'm kind of in the middle of lunch rush. Just wanted to pop up and say hey. Was trying to listen a little bit, and sounds like you're about to end it. Just wanted to say hey to you real quick.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Do you have anything that you are curious about at all? Anything that you've come across so far in your Web3 journey that maybe you have a sticking point? Is there anything I can assist you with?
I don't think currently. I'm still I'm a definite a novice compared to you and some of the others. So still kind of in the newbie stage. But I don't have any now. But I know I'll have a lot coming forward. Just I can't think of any right this second though.
That's okay, no problem at all. And just for full disclosure, I'm not super far ahead. I think it's interesting. Like, where do you distinguish the newbie, and then like sort of more intermediate levels? But I generally feel like there's so much to know. I still consider myself at a fairly newbie, slightly going into intermediate, but it depends on what kind of avenue we're talking. If we were going to get really techie and talk about this kind of stuff that like developer people talk about, then that's just like, wow, I don't have a clue. But yeah, it's all good. I just want to put things in perspective, not to diminish my knowledge, but just to be like, we're all we're all students, we're all learning, and I'm definitely not an expert. And I think we can easily get anyone to a competent level. So yeah, if you ever do have any questions, get involved on the server, post stuff, ask questions about what you've read or anything, and we'll help you out. It's all good.
Absolutely.
Nice one. Cool. Well, Lead hasn't accepted his invitation up, so we're going to call it a day. I'm going to put Brian back down. Thank you for your time. This has been recorded. I will be posting this in the Ask Me Anything channel, so you will be able to watch that back as well. Wishing you all a good day and take care. Bye-bye.